starting at number 5 on the list. How classic was this? We love a good paddle battle. Felipe and Connor O'Leary catapulting themselves off the ski here, Rich.
Yeah, this was, well, it was eagerly watched by everybody. And as they both got off the ski, it was kind of neck and neck. And then Felipe just put in the big ones and managed to get priority at that point, kicking, paddling, diving deep. And these guys, their boards are so thin, you know, they're kind of like,
they're basically
almost swimming.
They're swimming right now.
They're pretty much swimming, but yeah, you can see just how desperate they were to regain priority. Look, at the end of the day, regardless of the situation here, I think Felipe just outsurfed Connor, who was taking nothing away from him, surfing amazing all through this event and in his heat, but today I think Felipe just too good.
Coming at number 4, Steph Gilmore. How was that layback, Shannon?
One of my favorite things of the entire event. I honestly don't know how she pulled it back, aside from the fact that there was just a little boost from God, and that wave shoved her back to her feet. And such a cool classic move.
Such an impressive maneuver there. Number 3 on the daily top 5. Owen Wright staying alive. He's matched his personal best result at Bells. He knows he has to go much further to survive the cut line.
Yeah, well, he started the day with some amazing surfing, really opened things up for us. And Owen, in a clutch situation, has just, he's really lent into Cahill Belwarren, local lad with plenty of coaching experience. He's made a couple of adjustments. He said he's tweaked things around a little bit, even in technique-wise, style, arm positioning. And it really seems to be working for him. Some of the best backhand surfing we saw all day.
So steady, so reliable. He was on the best sets, and that's been making the biggest difference. He got past Nat Young this morning as well, and Owen even gave Nat a huge compliment, calling him the modern-day Mark Occhilupo. He knew how dangerous Nat would be here at the Bowl as a previous finalist. Owen's trying to keep his spot alive on tour. And number 2 on the daily top 5, Mick Fanning versus Callum Robson. Definitely one of the heats of the year.
This one gave me goosebumps. It was wild to watch Callum come from behind, where Mick had some great waves, but Callum just brought it all through. He had the energy and the desire, knowing that his career is on the line, and he really wants to make a statement here, not only in his rookie year, but against one of his fans, an all-time Australian surfer in Mick Fanning.
And it was crazy how this heat started with mistakes from both Mick and Callum. They both fell on their first waves. This was right on the high tide. I don't know if they were ready for it to pulse like it did, and Mick had this lead all the way until Callum's last wave, Rich.
Yeah, Mick was, he was surfing, I think, at about 90% of what we could expect from Mick. He just wasn't quite connecting the rail like we're used to seeing, and I'm being particularly fussy on those comments. But Callum Robson, you know, he put in a masterful display of power surfing, and you can see just really accelerating and loading up on each and every turn. And it was that final wave that he just had to surf it out of his skin, and he had this final section that sealed the deal for him. And well, that was it. We had to farewell the 4 times champ.
So cool. Mick Fanning in his 100th heat surfed at Bells. Callum broke the streak of quarterfinal appearances in the last decade for Mick Fanning. And when Callum learned that, he said, there we go, I got him. Like, he was so proud to be the guy that was able to break that streak against one of his heroes. He knows what a big scalp that was. Moving on into the quarterfinals, taking the number 1 spot on the top 5 is Tyler Wright, back in form into the semifinals.
She is so hungry right now. It's so exciting to be able to just see her surf, to find that rail engagement, to go for those laybacks. And man, especially at a spot like Bells where she's come close to taking home the big trophy and she hasn't yet, and I gotta believe she's got that desire and it's burning inside of her to take it home.
Something's just clicking into gear for Tyler. I think I was mentioning this to you, Rich. I was like, I haven't seen her connect it with a wave in a long time, and I think as soon as I finished that sentence, she blew up on the bowl. It truly feels like she's back.
Yeah, she's here and feeling good. Equipment's good, the body's good, the mind's good. Everything's starting to click. Warning signs for the rest of the women in the field.
Tyler Wright has a couple small bells. She's been runner-up a couple of times to Carissa Moore. Now she's trying to hunt down her first title here. It's kind of crazy to think this is an event she hasn't won yet. And in the press conference, she said That's all I want to do. It's like the one major goal that's popping out to her this year, to win the Big Bell. So far, so good, but she has to get through Courtney Conlogue.
She's got the toughest in it. I mean, Courtney's really dominated over the last 4 years. She missed the opportunity in 2018 to compete because of injury. Steph took that one, but out of that, it's been Courtney that's been untouchable here. Now for Tyler to see if she can get her name right here on this bell. It's the only mainstay Australian event Tyler hasn't won, so that's got to be itching in the back of her mind. And it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top between them.